Welcome back to Small Town Legends, where we journey to the unsettling corners of small town America, bringing you the legends that lurk just beneath the surface. Today, we're traveling to Quitman, Arkansas, a quiet town that holds a chilling secret, a secret known as the Arkansas Dog Boy. Quitman is a small city nestled in the heart of Arkansas, split between Cleburne and Faulkner counties. With a population of just over 700, it's the kind of place you'd drive through without a second thought. But Quitman has a history that stretches back to the Civil War, and along with that long history comes tales of things better left forgotten. Today, we're focusing on one of the darkest, the story of Gerald Bettis, better known as the Dog Boy. The Bettis House sits quietly on Mulberry Street, a Victorian-era home built in the late 19th century. It was once a proud residence and a prominent part of town, but the house's reputation would take a sinister turn in the 1950s when Floyd and Aline Bettis moved in with their only son, Gerald. Born in 1954, Gerald Bettis was different from the other kids. Locals say he was trouble from the start, vicious and cruel. From a young age, Gerald developed a disturbing habit. He would collect stray animals. Cats and dogs would disappear from the streets of Quitman, only to meet a terrible fate inside the walls of the Bettis home. Neighbors remember hearing the eerie howls of animals in distress. But it wasn't just his cruelty to animals that would cement Gerald's legacy. His cruelty extended to his own family. By the time he was a teenager, Gerald towered over his elderly parents, standing at 6 foot 4 inches and weighing nearly 300 pounds. His size was matched only by his temper. Gerald's abusive behavior escalated. He kept his parents imprisoned in the upper floors of their own home, feeding them only when he felt like it. His father, Floyd Bettis, reportedly endured beatings so severe that he was once thrown out of an upstairs window, only surviving because he clung to the ledge until help arrived. But Floyd Bettis wouldn't escape his son's torment. In 1981, Floyd died under mysterious circumstances. Some say he was pushed down the stairs by Gerald, though the official cause was listed as illness. And then there was Gerald's mother, Aline. Neighbors recalled seeing her bruised and frightened, yet too terrified to speak out. It wasn't until the early 1980s, after a fall sent her to the hospital, that Aline was finally removed from the home by Adult Protective Services, never to return. Gerald's reign of terror over his family ended when he was arrested in the late 1980s, not for the abuse of his parents, but for growing marijuana in the house. He was sent to prison where he died of a drug overdose in 1988. But that wasn't the end of Gerald Bettis. You see, the Bettis house is no ordinary house. Ever since Gerald's death, those who have lived in or visited the house claim it's haunted by a dark presence, by the Dog Boy himself. Lights flicker on and off, objects move on their own, and strange noises echo through the halls. One family reported that pennies floated down the stairs, stopping midair before dropping to the floor in front of them. Others have seen apparitions, like the ghost of a World War I soldier roaming the house, or even the terrifying figure of Gerald Bettis himself. Descriptions of his ghost match his living appearance, massive with long, wild hair and piercing eyes that seem to glow in the dark. One contractor who worked on the house at night claimed he saw Gerald's spirit walking through the hallways, glaring at him with a rage that seemed all too real. Even animals seem to sense something wrong with the house. A prospective buyer once brought their dog with them to a showing, but the animal refused to step inside. Others have described feeling an intense chill in certain parts of the house, a cold that seeps into your bones, leaving you with the unshakable feeling that you're being watched. Today, the Bettis House still stands, but it remains vacant. The current owner, Tony Weaver, has tried to sell the house for years, but prospective buyers don't stay interested for long. It's almost as if the house itself doesn't want new occupants. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe the dog boy still roams the halls, angry, restless, waiting. Legends like that of the Arkansas dog boy remind us that even the smallest towns can hide the darkest secrets. Sometimes the most terrifying stories don't come from faraway places. They come from the house next door. Thank you for joining us on this spine-chilling episode of Small Town Legends. We'll be back next time with more tales of the strange and unexplained. Until then, remember, every town has its mysteries, if you're brave enough to find them.